President of Maldives, who also was our chief guest here. He was a member of parliament, and then he became the president, and he welcomed our work in this club. So Afghanistan and many other countries, our doors have been always remain open to diverse viewpoints. In keeping with this commitment, we also extended an invitation to several occasions to the High Commissioner of Bangladesh to in this perspective of his current authorities. Unfortunately, those invitations were not accepted so far. We are still open invitation. He acknowledged receiving it. I met him personally. I met his press secretary, and he communicated with me, but yet twice. And it is the invitation gone since 19th of January 2026. Just to go on record, okay? Our invitation remain open because balanced dialogue is always preferable to silence. Today's event should not be interpreted as an endorsement of any political position or individual. It's an exercise in the principle that define free press, providing forum for a dialogue, asking difficult questions, and allowing facts, ideas, and arguments to be examined in the open. Ultimately, neither the rule of the club nor the journalist to decide who is right, who is wrong. Our role is to ask questions, seek accountability, and enable the public to make informed judgment based on what they hear and they observe. With this spirit, I welcome Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina to this press, and I thank you all for joining us today. Thank you, Mr. Allow me 2 minutes to finish the statement. No problem with that. We never interfere. We had from Sri Lanka. We had.
I'm introducing Engineer Muhammad Ali Masdi, the General Secretary.
We had from Sri Lanka. We had
and timely event
I'm introducing Engineer Muhammad Ali
Space
the General Secretary.
We had from Sri Lanka. We had
and timely event.
I'm introducing Engineer Muhammad Ali
Space
the General Secretary.
We had from Sri Lanka. We had
and timely event.
I'm introducing Engineer Muhammad Ali
Space
the General Secretary.
We had from Sri Lanka. We had
and timely event.
I'm introducing Engineer Muhammad Ali
Space
the General Secretary.
from Sri Lanka.
visionary
We had
leader and timely son was a joy. IT specialist
Engineer
and the
Muhammad
former
Ali
ICT advisor to the Prime Minister
the General Secretary.
I would like to conclude here. Leader and timely son was a joy. So when my specialist
Engineer
and the
Muhammad
former
Ali
Chief Justice advisor to the Prime Minister, thank you very much. I would like to conclude here.
Yes, Muhammad was
Leader
and
and
that was very
timely
nice.
son
Please can I
was a
have
joy. So
that
when
was Shah
my
Muhammad Priya.
time
Engineer
and the
Muhammad
former
Ali
Chief Justice advisor to the Prime Minister, thank you very much. I would like to conclude here.
Yes, Muhammad was
Leader
and
and
that was very
timely
nice.
son
Please can I
was a
have
joy. So
that
when
was Shah
my
Muhammad Priya.
time
Engineer
and the
Muhammad
former
Ali
Chief Justice advisor to the Prime Minister, thank you very much. I would like to conclude here.
Yes, Muhammad was
Leader
and
and
that was very
timely
nice.
son
Please can I
was a
have
joy. So
that
when
was Shah
my
Muhammad Priya.
time
Engineer
and the
Muhammad
former
Ali
Chief Justice advisor to the Prime Minister, thank you very much. I would like to conclude here.
Yes, Muhammad was
Leader and
and that was
timely
very nice.
son
Please can I
was a
have
joy. So
that
when
was Shah Muhammad Priya.
Engineer
and the
Muhammad
former
Ali
Chief Justice advisor to the Prime Minister, thank you very much. I would like to conclude here.
Yes, Muhammad was
Leader and
and that was
timely
very nice.
son
Please can I
was a
have
joy. So when
that was Shah Muhammad Priya.
Engineer
and the
Muhammad
former
Ali
Chief Justice advisor to the Prime Minister, thank you very much. I would like to conclude here.
Yes, Muhammad was
Leader and timely son
Please can I have
was a joy. So when
that was Shah Muhammad Priya.
and the former Chief Justice advisor to the Prime Minister, thank you very much. I would like to conclude here.
Muhammad was
Leader and timely son
Please can I have
was a joy. So when
that was Shah Muhammad Priya.
and the former Chief Justice advisor to the Prime Minister, thank you very much. I would like to conclude here.
Muhammad was
Leader and timely son was a joy. So when
Shah Muhammad Priya.
and the former Chief Justice advisor to the Prime Minister, thank you very much. I would like to conclude here.
Muhammad was
Leader and timely son was a joy. So when
Shah Muhammad Priya.
and the former Chief Justice advisor to the Prime Minister, thank you very much. I would like to conclude here. Leader and timely son was a joy. So when
Dr. Inu's 18-month ruling time, Bangladesh regressed as a nation economically. The growth in gross domestic product (GDP) decreased, causing unemployment to rise alongside the decrease in the law and order. Petty theft alongside other serious crime have been on the rise. To avoid taking responsibility for this, he hosted an election where the parties he picked were Jamaat and BNP. The parties they favor to him. Both parties would go on to form a government in 2025 following Inu's method. Diplomatically, we request help in the restoring stability in Bangladesh. We request a fair trial for Sheikh Hasina has and proper election where the Awami League government can contest so that democracy can be restored in Bangladesh. Thank you. Thank you for all.
Thank you very much. Also, can I have Sakib Al Hassan online, please? Can you hear us, Sakib? Bhai? Okay, we will get the translation later on for those who are interested in the cricket to listen to it. We had Mr. Sakib, then we have the Mr. Aminul Haq Polish to speak also with us. He is a former diplomat and security analyst. He's with us online.
Hello, am I audible? Hello?
Unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, it has been unmuted. Am I audible? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. My sincere thanks to the Foreign Correspondents Club of South Asia, the organizer, the journalist present here today, and all distinguished guests. I'm Aminul Haq Polash, a former intelligence officer and diplomat from Bangladesh. I speak from professional experience and from serious concern about the security direction of my country. The issue I want to address is not only a domestic political concern, but a regional security concern. Since 5th August 2024, Bangladesh has seen the renewed rise of terrorism and Islamist extremism. This poses a serious danger not only to Bangladesh, but also to South
Anil.
Asia.
Anil.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Mr. Polash, please speak.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me begin with the recent facts. On 24th July 2026, a powerful IED hidden inside an umbrella was found under the Motijil metro station. On 31st July, a pressure cooker bomb was recovered near a tea stall in Ashulia Shavar. On 1st August, bomb-like objects were reported near Mirpur 10 and Farmgate metro station. And just days before, on 3rd August, a bomb kept in a bag exploded in Borishal, severely injured 3 people. These are not isolated incidents. They are early warning signs. An IED doesn't appear by accident. It requires knowledge, material, testing, delivery, target selection, and logistical support. When such incidents appear in different parts of the country with increasing regularity, it shows that extremist actors have developed both capability and network. The authorities remain in denial. There has been no visible action against the networks behind these incidents, no meaningful arrest, and no serious public explanation. The Home Ministry has categorically rejected the presence of militancy in Bangladesh, even as warning signs continue to appear on the ground. Bangladesh has seen this denial before. Immediately after the BNP Jamaat alliance came to power in 2001, extremist procession appeared across the country chanting, Bangla will be Afghan, we will be Taliban. When the notorious JMB terrorist Bangla Bhai emerged, the government dismissed him as a media creation. That denial gave militant networks the space to organize and expand. The consequences were severe. In 2005, JMB carried out coordinated bomb attack across 63 districts of Bangladesh. On 21st August 2004, grenades were thrown at Awami League rally to assassinate Sheikh Hasina and eliminate the party leadership, killing 24 people and injuring more than 300. The 10-truck arms haul showed how Bangladesh was used as a route for weapons intended for insurgent networks in the region. Even a foreign diplomat was not spared. British Ambassador, High Commissioner Anwar Choudhury was attacked at Shahjalal's shrine in Sylhet. So when the current authorities deny the return of militancy, I don't hear the reassurance. I hear history repeating itself. The important question is this.
Anil, connect me, please.
The
I have to
important
stop
question-
you here. I'm sorry. We have a problem. We have a problem with your audio. Apologies for everybody. We will continue with the program until we fix your audio, please. Just bear it with us, okay? Because we have other. We will come back to you. May I ask Abu Ubaida Arin to speak, please?
Good evening, everyone. Present over here today. Thanks for joining us today. And special thanks to everyone who is broadcasting in Bangladesh, despite of government's technocratic, electronic, dictatorial statement of not letting our Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, our party president,
Camera. Please. Silent, please.
of a vision, and we believed in the vision so deeply that we carried her to a landslide victory, and she did not forget that promise. She took a country that ranked #1 in corruption and built it into one of the fastest growing economy on earth. She found a nation beat by bare khamba or lamppost, without wire and electricity, and built it with wireless innovations. She found a nation where trust funds and foreign aid were looted, where 10% commission to however is a must thing to get a tender or any kind of business in Bangladesh. And she created, from that nation, she created Padma Bridge with her own money. Okay, thank you. She never stopped building for the youth, not once. And late today, she sits in exile because of a conspiracy meticulously designed to turn the youth against her, to use the youth, the very generation she built for, as instruments and dismantle the future. Look at where we stand now. The ranking of Bangladeshi passport is at the lowest point in memory. Our youth cannot travel abroad even for their studies. Inside the country, more than 2 lakh, I repeat the number 2 lakh, students are unable to join their institution, along with more than 3,000 professors, due to having the ideology of progressive Bangladesh, the ideology that Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman gave us. They can't join because supporting Bangladesh Student League. This is going on in Bangladesh. I would like I'll invite you all to see the condition of the students, what they are going through, their family, and apart from their family, kindly look at the professors and their family. So I also want to remind you one more thing about the police killing. Today is 5th of August, just 2026, 2 years of ouster of our government. 2 years before this day, they celebrated as their victory. But I don't treat this as their victory. This day is especially dedicated to the police because more than 3,200 police officers were killed in 5th of August 2020 during the July-August terror. And in 5th of August 2024, you can see police's body are hanging upside down in different flyovers. This is not acceptable. Bangladesh police was the first police force who stood beside us during the War of Independence. The first police force who stood beside us for that. They are now facing the consequences. I also want to raise one more concern. Bangladesh authority has recently taken a decision to issue passport to all Rohingya without any kind of verification and proper recording. This will become a global security threat. You can understand the ARSA and RSO, they are highly getting trained within the border with the help of Bangladesh military also. Soon they will export terrorism all over the world. You can see in Malaysia, more than 36 terrorists are exported from Bangladesh. This is a matter of concern. But still today, I'm not hopeless because I can see it. Our youth are uprising again. This is okay. Our youth are uprising again. They are coming. The dream we had, it broke. It became nightmare now. But they are breaking out of the nightmare. They will come in front. They will stand shoulder to shoulder with Sheikh Hasina. I'm sure about this. This is not just a Sheikh Hasina, our leader has promised she will go by end of this December. This is not just a homecoming. This is a unification of 170 million Bangladeshis staying over there. They all will stand together. I remember during the 7th March speech of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Kaife Azmi wrote, how many people you will put handcuff on? We have 70 million. How many people you will put how many people will hang? We have 70 million. I'm telling you, when our prime minister, our former prime minister and our party president will go back to Bangladesh, you'll see, I think you all will write how many mouths you will try to shut. They tried to shut our mouth for the last few days. How many mouths you will try to shut? We have 170 million. How many people you will prison? We have 170 million. How many people you will hang? We have 170 million. One homecoming will unite all 170 million Bangladeshi all over Bangladesh, and they all will stand shoulder to shoulder with Sheikh Hasina. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu, Joy to Deshratna Sheikh Hasina.
Thank you very much. I would request Anil. Okay, Anil, can't you hear me? Anil, Mike, Anil. Okay, okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, Anil, I would like that portion of yours to be quiet in that side, please. I want quietness. I don't want disturbance. Now we are reaching to a very crucial moment. Please be quiet, okay? So now I will call Mr. Mohibul Hassan Chaudhry, Mohibul Chaudhry Nofal, former minister, please to address the gathering. Thank you.
Thank you. Distinguished guests, journalists, Honorable President of Foreign Correspondents Club, thank you for the opportunity to address today's esteemed gathering. Today, while we appear before you in New Delhi, our hearts are with the people of Bangladesh. Our leader, President of Bangladesh Awami League, who has served the nation as Prime Minister for 20 years in 4 terms, will address this event. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks 2 years since the violent ouster of our government in Bangladesh. And many of you are aware, a lot has happened over the last 2 years and the months leading to August 2024. When the uprising against our government began, our young people were told violent ouster of a government will lead to a discrimination-free Bangladesh. Instead, the past 2 years have left our country deeply divided and in a state of anarchy and chaos. Hope had been replaced with hate. Dreams have turned into nightmares.
Prosperity have been replaced with poverty. Justice have been replaced with revenge. Ladies and gentlemen, today, through our leaders' address and presence, we urge our citizens, we cannot continue on this divisive and destructive path. It is time we chase unity over division, harmony over hatred, dialogue over confrontation, and justice guided by rule of law, not revenge. Ladies and gentlemen, today, across Bangladesh, millions of our citizens are struggling with high inflation and unemployment. Opportunities for young people are shrinking. Violence against women and children, journalists, lawyers, business people, and ethnic and religious minorities continue unabated. Anarchy and chaos rule society, not politics. It is, and this must change. Too much has been lost, too many lives are affected. We, as a political party, believe democracy and economy to thrive, an inclusive political polity must be established. It is in that spirit our leader Sheikh Hasina has expressed her desire to return to Bangladesh. Her and our party's objective is not to seek revenge, but fair justice and harmony. We seek a Bangladesh where political differences are resolved through democratic dialogue, where every citizen will enjoy rights under the law. Ladies and gentlemen, as a political party that has served Bangladesh for decades, we recognize no government is without shortcomings. We recognize and acknowledge leadership requires humility, accountability, and the courage to learn from success as well as failure. We remain committed to building upon our success while acknowledging where we could have done better and where we have at times failed. We seek no special privilege. We seek only the restoration of equal constitutional and democratic rights for every citizen and every political party in Bangladesh. We respectfully call upon every constitutional institution of Bangladesh to uphold their responsibilities with fairness, neutrality, professionalism, and fidelity to the rule of law. To the young people of Bangladesh, we say, your dreams matter, your aspirations matter, your future matters. You deserve a Bangladesh where you can study, work, innovate, and prosper without fear, discrimination, or political division. Ladies and gentlemen, our plea to all the friends of Bangladesh and international stakeholders is that they ought to facilitate an inclusive political atmosphere and not support the extreme elements who are continuing violence in Bangladesh and who are institutionalizing religious extremism in Bangladesh. We find the veiled extremists are often touted as liberals by certain stakeholders, and we urge to end this duality. To our people, we urge, let us come together, not as opponents, but as one nation. Let us reject the politics of hate and embrace the politics of hope. Let us replace division with unity, fear with confidence, exclusion with participation, and vengeance with justice. And let us see this homecoming of Sheikh Hasina as a chance to heal and hope and not fight and fall. We believe together we can rise again, learn from past and progress into future. But if we don't now, if we don't, grave and worse future awaits us. We cannot let Bangladesh become a failed state. If the extremists and the fanatics are pampered and patronized, this future generation shall suffer for perpetuity. May we stand and heal together and defeat the dark forces. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.
Thank you very much for your point of view. And I would request Mr. Aminul Haq, Polish, if you are still with us, If you can come for 2 minutes only, please. Just 2 minutes, but slow if you can. Otherwise, I have to go to the second speaker. Please, thank you.
Am I
I
listening?
already-
Yeah, am I audible now? Hello? Hello? Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay, so let me wrap up in this way. So there are several current incidents that indicate that like Islamic terrorists and the militants are directly active in the field. Still, government is denying the fact, and it doesn't start overnight. It starts right after 5th August 2024. Militant leaders has been bailed and released. They came to the public sphere. They have become active again. The UNIS regime didn't take any sort of initiative to tackle that tackle that terrorism issues. And that is still going on. So I urge to international community so that they can come forward to look into the issue, because like terrorism never confined into a national border. If Bangladesh, the terrorism cell active that much that are currently visible in the field, so that will impact not only Bangladesh, but also our regional security, as well as the Bay of Bengal, our maritime road, our business, investment, everything. So my urge to the international community and the journalists to look into the issue, because Bangladeshi media is not speaking in line, and the authority is in denial mode about the resurgence of militancy in Bangladesh that we successfully combat in 16 years of Awami League government under the leadership of Sheikh Hasina. Government is planning to dissolve like CTTC, ATU. They are the fundamental backbone of countering terrorism. So these things are happening in Bangladesh. We need international community attention in this matter. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
May I now request the key speaker, Mr. Sajib Wajid Joy, former ICT advisor to the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Please speak slow and soft so we can hear you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Awad, for the kind introduction. Thank you as well for the National Press Club for hosting this event. Honored to be here today. You've heard the other speakers speak a little bit about what is happening in Bangladesh and what has happened. I want to bring a few things to everyone's attention, and this is something I believe that the international community needs to focus on. First of all, you have heard the refrain again and again that about the deaths during the July-August protests of 2024. Here is what no one is talking about. You have various counts on the numbers. You have the UN number of 1,400, whereas the government number is 800 something. Who are these additional 600 people? Where did the UN get those names? Our party has written to the UN, our lawyers have written to the UN again and again, and to date, the UN has not provided any names. But more importantly, the UN only covers a period up to August 15th of 2024. But we know that the deaths continued. And what is most alarming, and this is something that I believe that the press, the international press, should really, really pay attention to. You see, the Yunus regime, one of the first things they did was pass an ordinance which became law called the Indemnity Bill, indemnifying all the protesters, everyone, blanket immunity, protecting them from any prosecution for any killings. That includes killings of civilians, that includes killings of our party members, and that includes killings of police officers. Today, the BNP government that is in power, they have ratified this ordinance, turned it into law, and this continues, which means that none of the police killings, we still don't know exactly the number of police deaths, none of the police killings can be prosecuted. So my question to you is this: Are killings okay? Are killings acceptable? If you can have blanket immunity for protesters to kill police officers, to kill civilians, to kill Awami League members and leaders, then why blame anybody? That is the first issue I would like to focus on, the indemnity. I think this is something that has not been paid attention to. This is unprecedented. How can you have blanket legal protection for killings by anyone, especially killings of police officers? This is unprecedented. This is completely against all human rights, against all norms of decency. Secondly, what you have had since August of 2024, you have had thousands, tens of thousands of people behind bars, which are all now, on one hand, most of them, many of them are Awami League members and leaders. Most of them are being held without any trial, without any due process, without any bail. Many of them are elderly, in their 80s. Their health is failing. Many of them have died in police custody. Not only that, killings in police custody have continued. We have documented them. We have put them up on our websites, on our Facebook pages, full list of names, exactly when, which prison they died, under whose custody. Most of them were young. They had no reason to die. They were all killed extrajudicially by the Yunus regime, and those killings continue even today. Outside of the prisons, during the Yunus regime, and even now, our party members are being hunted down and killed. Every few weeks, someone is killed somewhere. There is no due process. The police do not take any action, and the government protects these killers. So political killing in Bangladesh since August of 2024 has been legalized. This is Bangladesh today. And if any killings are legal, then why blame the Awami League at all? And finally, since 2024, not only Awami League members and leaders that have been behind bars, but anyone sympathetic to the Awami League. This includes journalists and businessmen, especially journalists, editors, owners of newspapers and television channels who were seen as pro-Awami League, have been behind bars for over 2 years now. You are the press club. Imagine if half of you, your members, your journalists, your editors, your media owners were held behind bars without bail, without due process, without charges, without trial for an indefinite period of time. Can that be imagined in any country? Is that possible in any country? Is that legal in any way? That is a gross, gross violation of human rights, of freedom of speech. And this is something I believe that should certainly alarm the international media community. This is what's happening in Bangladesh. So Bangladesh today is a failed state. It's not a failing state. It is a failed state. There is no human rights. There is no freedom of speech. Even prior to this event, intelligence services went to the headquarters and offices of every major media outlet, every major newspaper, and instructed them clearly not to rebroadcast this event, not just to rebroadcast this event, but not to provide any coverage from any international media on this event. They're not allowed to share links from foreign media on their websites. Any journalists that were seen as still sympathetic to our government or against this government, many of them were fired even in the last couple of days. This is what's happening in There is no law and order. There is no constitution in Bangladesh today. What should concern India most is Bangladesh has become another Pakistan on India's eastern side. You have another Pakistan today on your eastern front. Foreign intelligence services, especially ISI, has an open hand. Militants, hundreds of convicted terrorists that our Awami League government arrested and convicted and put behind bars, have been released from prison. Hizb ut-Tahrir marches openly. Al-Qaeda operatives speak at public rallies. This is what is happening in Bangladesh. And this does not portend well for India and the world at large. In the future, the next set of terrorists globally are going to be coming from Bangladesh, unless this is stopped now. And where it has to begin is from the media, especially you in India. You are the world's largest democracy. Your media has reach. You cannot take this as a sensational story only when something sensational, headline-worthy happens. This is something you have to cover every day. This is something that you have to raise international awareness of. If you raise it, the international media will pick it up. If the international media covers it, it will come to the attention of international leaders. That is what needs to be done. If that is not done, then Bangladesh's future is bleak. India's future security is bleak. As to what the future holds, who knows? But right now, this is the future. The Constitution doesn't exist. Even if we hope that in 4 years there will be an election in Bangladesh, who knows what form it'll take. The BNP, running unopposed, has a 2/3 majority. They can amend the Constitution however they want and ensure that the elections are set up just like the Yunus regime did, so that the BNP wins. What you have now is not justice. You've heard our former Minister Naufel talk about this. What is happening is not justice. What is happening is political exclusion of the opposition, of the largest political party in Bangladesh, in order to grab and hold on to power. That is what is happening in Bangladesh. This is democratic and electoral manipulation. That is all it is. The BNP knows that the Awami League is allowed to speak freely. People of Bangladesh are not happy right now. The economy has collapsed in the last 2 years under the corruption of the Yunus regime, and that corruption continues today under their economic mismanagement, both under the Yunus regime and the current regime. Bangladesh is on the verge of total collapse. In a few more years, the economy will have collapsed and Bangladesh will turn into a rogue state. The time to act is now. And I urge you, the place to start is in the media. We need you to bring the world's attention to this. With that, I conclude my speech. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Awad and the National Press Club for hosting us. Joy Bangla.
Wajid, but I would request you to stay online with us because there will be questions raised by the colleagues around. So please stay with us till we have the Honorable President of the Awami League, Mr.
Certainly,
Sheikh
I will stay online to answer questions.
Yes,
Thank
please. Then let me get her online, and then we will take her point of view, audio only. She's been with us, and Honorable former Prime Minister, could you please take the mic? The floor is yours.
Thank you very much.
It's a great honor for me to be with you. Thank you, and thank you for everybody who present here or who are listening. Distinguished journalists, members of the Foreign Correspondents Club of South Asia, respected guests, friends of Bangladesh, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I thank the Foreign Correspondents Club of South Asia for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. I also thanks the journalists who continue to follow events in Bangladesh with seriousness and courage. Journalism has a duty to seek truth, especially when power tries to hide it. In difficult moments of history, that duty becomes even more important. Today, I speak not only as someone who had the honor of serving Bangladesh 5 times as a prime minister, but also as the daughter of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. I speak as someone who has spent her life with the people of Bangladesh. I was forced away from my country, but I was never separated from my people. Before I speak about the present crisis, I pay my deepest homage to the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, to the Saline national leaders, and to the 3 million martyrs of our war of liberation. I also remember with profound grief and members of my own family whom I lost on 15th August 1975. Today is also the birthday of my beloved brother Sheikh Kamal, who was 2 years younger than me. He was a valiant freedom fighter, a youth leader, a sports organizer, and a cultural activist. His life represented the courage, creativity, and patriotism of the young generation of Bangladesh. I remember him today with deep love, pain, and pride. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last 2 years, I watched my beloved Bangladesh suffer. Fear has entered homes, workplaces, and campuses. This is not the Bangladesh we built. This is not the Bangladesh for which 3 million people sacrificed their lives in 1971. Let me begin with the truth about July and August 2024. It was not a peaceful student movement. From the beginning, my government tried to resolve the issue peacefully through dialogue, legal process, and patience. But behind the language of reform, organized groups were working to turn students' demand into violent political instrument. In 2018, responding to student demands, we abolished the quota system. In 2024, when the High Court annulled the decision, the government appealed because we wanted to uphold the abolition. I personally took the initiative for dialogue with the students and invited them to Ganabhavan, the Prime Minister's residence. 3 ministers also held discussions with them. A quota reform movement was turned into a one-point demand for my resignation. False propaganda was spread in a planned way. Genuine students were emotionally manipulated, while organized groups used their movement as cover for violence and violence and regime change. Muhammad Yunus himself said this was a meticulously designed movement led by a mastermind. His own words expose the truth. It was not simply a spontaneous student protest. There was no visible or responsible leadership. Instructions were given in